Alright, so my coffee machine is broken, and I'm a massive coffee drinker, so I gotta go get coffee. So you can already see I'm already uh, no, but I'm gonna get some coffee, and yeah, I'll see you boys. I'll take you guys with me, but I don't care. I'm gonna freaking vlog in the gym, bro. Like, I don't give a crap what people say about me. Okay, alright. Stop. Yeah, I doubt this is gonna stay still, but I'm gonna just try recording like this anyway. Because this tripod is not that stable, but I'll try. Okay, I freaking knew it. Alright, I want to talk about something which has been on my mind, which is limiting beliefs. And for me, yesterday was a really bad day. Yeah, I wanted to record a day in the life or whatever yesterday, but I didn't. So pretty much going back to the topic, I didn't do much when it came to being productive, and I'm not gonna blame it on this reason, but I've realized that since childhood, I've always had this one limiting belief, which is the limiting belief of not being capable enough. And what I mean by that specifically is, again, I'm not blaming my lack of action because of some childhood trauma or childhood experiences. All I'm trying to say is that when I was a child, like, I was always born in a privileged society, like in a privileged household, right? I'm not gonna deny that. I was very privileged growing up, and I really didn't have to get much done, right? I didn't have to get much done growing up at all. Like, when it came to my responsibilities, everything was taken care of. I never worked like a real job, really. And I'm saying this as a flaw of mine, obviously. I'm born privileged and whatever. And it's like, because of that, and I never had to really like do things on my own. And every single thing that I did do on my own, I would always ask for help, which is not bad. It's good to ask for help. But it's gotten to the point where, like, if I didn't have help, or if I didn't have anyone that would like kind of give me handouts, I would have never done it. And I can only rely on God. But what I'm doing now, it's like, because I don't know, like, this trauma since growing up, I've always just been this limiting belief, like I can never achieve anything. Genuinely, by myself. I know I can achieve big things. I know I was made to do big things in my life. I always knew that. I knew I was made to become successful in whatever field God put me through, you know? I just didn't know. I don't know if I could actually do it. And I guess the lesson is, like, many of us are going through this same issue, which is like, we have limiting beliefs that we deep down think we got rid of, but we deep down still believe in them. We still have limiting beliefs every single day that we believe in, that you may not realize, but we believe in them 100%. And I hope I can do that. And I've been reading this book called The 7 Habits of Effective People. And the author was just saying, like, no matter what childhood trauma you have, no matter what childhood experiences, ego, whatever, like responsibility, lack of responsibility, no matter what situation you're going through now, it's easy to complain, right? Like, I can come here and just complain about my situation, which I was yesterday. I was complaining how I can never achieve anything. I was complaining how I'm always so clumsy. Like, I'm explaining my negative faults. I complain how I'm clumsy. I complain how I can't get things done. I complain how I'm so inconsistent. I'm complaining. But the issue is, it's easy to complain, but it's hard to take responsibility. But that's exactly what we have to do. I've been looking at things in, like, the most negative forms, right? Like, this is why I realized my mental health has been so bad the past 3, 4, I don't know how many days. And the reason why it's been bad, it's been from just me looking at everything from the negative point of view. Like, I looked at everything from a negative point of view. My life, the people, humanity, like the average guy on the street. Like, I always looked at things in a negative way, very negative, right? Like, I always, when I'm with my friends, like, you know, I love my friends and everything, they're great people, but sometimes we'll only like talk about, like, we'll only like kind of gossip about like the negative things that are happening within our world. And I just think like I need to stop, right? Because at one point it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. At one point you start to only see negative things in your day. Like, my life is fundamentally, when it comes to like happiness, it's fundamentally the same. Bro, look how beautiful that looks, bro. That looks so beautiful. And trees, like, you see all the trees? We're here, boys. We're here at Walmart. Do you recommend this one?
Morning one?
Yeah.
I like it myself. It's not as strong.
Yeah.
It's all about if you like strong coffee. It's like morning is just like, it's good.
Okay,
I
cool.
enjoy it.
I feel like one thing I've conquered recently, which is just like social anxiety. You know, I've really just conquered that. Really, like, it's like I'm not conquered it, but I've gotten really good at the skill, like, of social anxiety, because at the end of the day, like, they're just human beings. At the end of the day, like, they saw me recording, I was recording, I could be all awkward and everything, but at the end of the day, they're just human beings, right? Like, they're not here to. I'm not here to perform for them. I'm not here to give them anything. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like just like I'm talking to you, I'm talking to them. Like, they're just human beings. They're just people that come and go in my life that I will probably never see in my entire life. You know how you like see a guy, right, down the street. You look at him once, and then you never think about him ever again, right? You're like, okay, just another guy on the street. That's the same thing with people. Like, just because like, I'm recording, who the frick cares? You know, like, same thing, exact thing. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna get some coffee. So my coffee machine is broken, as you saw. So I gotta get some instant coffee, which is, I know people are gonna be like, instant coffee? There's no way. But I gotta get it. Alright, I think I found her, bro. I found the one. It's called Our Finest Instant Coffee. We got the coffee. Got the coffee, bro. I wonder how this is gonna taste, because I've been drinking like literally Tim Hortons when I'm outside at university, at campus. Fall time is actually probably my most favorite time, because fall is like a good mixture of it, like being a little bit on the colder side. Like, right now it's a little bit chilly, but I'm still wearing a t-shirt, you know? But it's still like, it looks so beautiful because the leaves are still here, but it's like yellowish, like, you know, like, I don't know, bro. We're not really in fall yet. We're literally just entering fall, but like, this is actually like so freaking insane. Like, I'm actually like, sometimes you just gotta drop like a subhanallah in the chat, bro. If you guys don't know what that is, if you're not a Muslim, subhanallah means like glory to God. It just means like Allah is perfect. Allah's creation, God's creation is perfect. And bro, I mean, bro, this is freaking. If you're telling me, okay, this is the freaking atheist in the chat. All right, if you're telling me that these leaves just turn yellow out of freaking nothing, oh, because we came out of nowhere, shut the frick up. Okay, my teacher's an atheist, I think, and I can rant about it for freaking days. Anyways, let's go home. I got a call to catch from the school community. Frick, where's the frick? You guys don't even know how many of these Walmart runs I've actually had in my time. Like, I've had a lot of these Walmart runs. Like, when I run out of coffee, I always come to this Walmart because it's like the closest one to my house. And like, we grab some coffee. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna go home. And I don't want to yap anymore, but I've been yapping too much. So let's just go home. And I'll catch you guys later. Alright, boys, the coffee's being made. As you can hear, we got this bad boy. I don't know why I spanked it like that, but we're gonna open it up real quick. And we're gonna give... Is this too loud, bro? Give me a second. We're gonna give this a smell test. Let's smell this. Smells like coffee. Great. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited for coffee, bro. I'm actually such a freaking coffee addict. I'm a caffeine addict for sure. Oh, frick, I have to call, bro. Okay, for those that are confused, I do have a school community
which I made with my other channel, which my other channel was like had like around like 20,000 subscribers. I'm not saying that it was like active though, like 20,000 subscribers, but then I ended up changing up my content to like more of this style, and I don't know, I just people just kind of just stopped watching, so that channel kind of ended up dying off. Like business wise, that channel was not doing good at all. Like I want to make obviously I'm doing this for a business, right? Like I'm doing YouTube not just to like freaking give out charity. That's obviously I'm doing this for business, but at the end of the day, business is a result of value, right? It's like I still have to help people to make money, but people don't understand it like that. So I guess when like you know how some people when you start making a product after your social media has grown, people just start looking at you so differently. They just start like, oh, this guy, now he's selling to us. Oh my goodness! Like I'm just like, bro, if my videos have helped, I'm selling to you just so like I'm not gonna take your fucking money. I'm not gonna just take your money. I'm gonna take your money, but I also help you paying for a service, just like how you pay to get fed by freaking McDonald's, like a freaking, I don't know how you call it, like a matrix slave. The same way. I'm just paying. You can pay me to. I don't know, but people just don't think like that. They're like, oh, he's a course seller. I'm like, bro, you go to university. What? Don't talk about course sellers. Like, I don't know, bro. Either way, I can rant all day long, but this is a bad habit of mine, and I'm gonna have to stop this. So yeah. Can't forget the bev. Never, never, never. Yeah, I mean, this one's a little bit watery compared to like what I'm typically used to drinking, but the flavor is there a little bit. Yeah, it does the job, bro. I just need the freaking buzz. I just need the buzz of coffee. All right, we got the better mic now. All right, we're gonna go journal. So pretty much, if you don't know how my morning routine works, I don't like to sit at my desk and just do like a freaking bunch of fake work and stuff like that. For me, I'm all about self development and personal development and becoming the most capable version of myself, as I was saying in the car. So pretty much, what I do is like I wake up and I do the habits that that make me that person, that make me into that man. That then I journal. I'm gonna take a cold shower. I do my my religious studies because I'm the freaking Muslim and I need to stay connected to God, and like I do like the other stuff in my morning routine because at the end of the day I'm not just here to just do the work. I'm here to become the man. All right, I'm here to become a most fulfilled, purposeful self, and so pretty much I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna journal about my thoughts. I'm gonna journal about what's been going on, so I can improve. And yeah, I've been journaling on my iPad, as you can see, and honestly, like it's not bad. Like genuinely, it's so much more convenient. I prefer journaling on an actual journal. Obviously, it's just like it feels nicer, and like I can like have the physical book for like generations. Not really, but like I have my first ever journal still. I have my second ever journal still. I have my third journal still to this day, and now I have an iPad, and it's great. It's still gonna be with me because it's iOS. So it's gonna be all on the cloud. It's gonna be all online, right? But it's just not the same as journaling with an actual journal, obviously. So first, I start off with doing some gratitude journals. I start off with gratitude journals because at the end of the day, I think my mental health has been so bad because I haven't been focusing on like being truly grateful, and I've been only focusing on what I don't have compared to what I have. So I'm gonna journal about that today, and I'll share with you some lessons that I wrote down. Okay, so first I wrote about how I was grateful to spend time with my family yesterday. You know, I always gotta say Alhamdulillah for that. And yeah, so I went with the family yesterday. We went to Toronto, downtown Toronto. It was beautiful. It was nice. It felt good. And again, going out with family, this is literally priceless, right? And then after, I just started talking about all of my faults that I've been noticing within myself recently. And things such as I need to stop complaining, right? Like yesterday, I was complaining how like my campus, which is like 10-15 minutes away, because I go to another university within the same city. There's two main universities. There's one like big university, which is called the University of Toronto, and that's like one of the best universities in the world. And the other university I go to, it's still a good university, but it's called Toronto Metropolitan University, whatever. That university is like it's good. It definitely has like some like I'm not gonna say it's like crazy level, but it's definitely not bad. But either way, the campus. I was just saying like I was just complaining yesterday how like my campus is disgusting compared to the Toronto campus, like the University of Toronto campus. And I was like, bro, I need to stop complaining, right? Like, I need to stop complaining. Like, the fact that I get to go to campus, I get to go to university, I have this freedom that many people wish, like, even though I'm not the biggest fan of university, it's something, it's a desire for many people, right? So, and I gotta say, like, I gotta stop complaining. And I also talked about how I was grateful that I've realized some of the limiting beliefs that I believe in, right? It's so easy to like forget that you still have limiting beliefs, which is weighing you down if you don't believe so. Like, I'm not saying that you have to just like take away responsibility from yourself and all you do is just like, oh yeah, I'm like this because of my childhood. No. Like, you can choose to be different today. I'm just saying, like, there are limiting beliefs which are subconsciously putting us down. For example, my biggest limiting belief is that I just think that I am not able to achieve anything on my own, right? Like, I always needed people to spoon feed me since I was younger, literally with everything in my life. And another thing is like I've never really completed something on my own. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, except maybe some video games, I've never completed something or I've never reached the pinnacle of something. I used to play a lot of sports. I used to play like higher level soccer slash football. I used to be very good at that. I used to play video games and I used to be good at that. But I never reached like the pinnacle and like like the top. When some people really get good at the game and they have like their own network and stuff like that. I was never able to achieve that. I was always in this sort of rat race. And that's how I feel like that today. And I guess that's why like there's parts of me that wants to give up. There's parts of me that doesn't want to stick with my routine, that doesn't want to stick with self improvement, that just wants to play video games because it gives me instant benefit, instant results, instant goals. It gives me instant reward if I play video games now. And this limiting belief is still like within me, right? And I feel like my current life and my current actions are even making it worse, and it's making this limiting belief even more. You know what I'm trying to say? But I told myself that I'm not gonna blame these thoughts for my lack of action. I've been living in pity. My relationship with my Lord has been not the best recently. You know, I always try to rely on myself, and like I don't even rely on like the fact that like Allah, God is there. He's already written everything for me. He's already planned everything out for me. He planned when I'm gonna die. He planned when I was born. He planned what job I'm gonna get. He planned what wife I'm gonna have. Whatever, like everything is planned. But I'm just here like always focusing on things I don't have instead of things I do have. And the issue with focusing on things that you don't have is the fact that you become desperate and you become emotional and you start becoming a reactive individual, which means that all you do is just start complaining, complaining, and complaining. You start living in pity. You start hating on yourself. You start hating your situation instead of being proactive and doing something about it. I told myself from now on, I'm going to have the opposite mindset. I'm gonna focus on what I can do. I'm only gonna focus on the solutions. If I see a problem in front of me, I'm gonna think about what can I do right now to fix this problem, or what can I do right now to not complain, and what can I do right now? Because there's some problems that you cannot really fundamentally fix at the moment. For example, what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in other countries in the world. I can't like necessarily go there and stop it single handedly, right? But what I can do is learn to live with the problem that's happening there and work on myself and my habits so that soon enough we can all stand up together. You know what I'm trying to say? So things like that is to have this proactive mindset. And I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm gonna stop like always living in pity. Rather, my plan is inshallah with God willing, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna focus on the solutions and the solutions, and yeah. So hopefully this also gave you some benefit because there might be many of you that have gone through similar childhoods to me when we're just so spoon fed, and we never really. And I'm not blaming my parents for spoon feeding me, but I was never really able to achieve anything on my own, and I think that still haunts me to this day. Either way, I'm not gonna blame it. I think whatever childhood trauma I have the responsibility now to always look for the solutions and to change that with the permission of God. And I guess also my lack of relationship with God, how I'm ungrateful, it needs to change. I need to build a better relationship with Him by just being more happy, by stop focusing on the negatives, by being more grateful throughout my day, and letting Him control a lot of the things that I find it hard. Like so. Either way, I'm gonna go work. It's time to work now. It's already late. So I'm gonna take the cold shower and then I'll see you boys after my work is finished. But I'll show you guys what I'm gonna work on. All right, everyone. So I'm gonna start my routines actually a lot later than I hoped to start my deep work. But typically, it takes me around like 2 hours of like actual deep work that I need. So like around like max 180 minutes, which is like a little bit longer than 2 hours. But I'm gonna be recording 3 videos, but for the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna be scripting, or 15 minutes, I'm gonna be scripting this one video that I need to record for you guys, and then I'm gonna be batch recording 3 videos, so that I don't have to worry about recording when school starts tomorrow, like when the week starts tomorrow, because I'm gonna be in class and whatever, and I'm gonna be always outside. So, I mean, I'll still make like vlogs and stuff like that. But when it comes to making actual sit down videos that are value based, I have to record them today. So in the next 1 hour, I hope to be done 3 videos of recording, or at least in the next 1.5 hours. And then my goal was to just edit all of them at the same time. I'll see how much I can get done because I still also have schoolwork and I have other stuff. But this is pretty much my main work of the day. So after I get this done, I can really just read and learn and seek knowledge and just go to the gym, eat, meal prep, chill, But this is the main work of the day. And I'll explain to you some productivity tips which I learned recently. Influentially, it will, I don't know what word to use, but it will actually make your productivity so much better. So I'm going to get straight to recording, and I'll see you soon. Bro, this one is, I found that, I was doing this, bro. I found the craziest apartment. Do this, hold up. Bro, this is insane, bro. Hold on. No, I did the math, I did the math. Okay. In Canadian pricing, we're paying together, the total is this much. Divide that by 2. 1,400 per person. If I do, hold up, I have to convert it. 120,000 AED to USD. That is 32,000. Okay, 33,000 give or take with like extra payments. 33,000 divided by 12. Divided. That's 2.8. And by the way, it's in Marina, bro. It's in one of the best areas with the craziest. Let me look at the view, bro. It's not a joke, but it's 2 bedrooms. There's a supermarket downstairs. All the chicken, anything you need down there. There's a pool. 7 Fatimas in this place. And then, there's a gym. Wait, this gym actually seems kind of like good because most apartment gyms are not that good. But this one might. There's a squat rack, bro. What the frick? Most apartment gyms don't have squat racks. Bro, we have to pay for a business visa as well. That's gonna take. By the way, we didn't calculate this part, but it's gonna take more or less 5 to 10 grand Canadian, like around that range, just to move to Dubai. All right, I just finished up my call with my friend, and yeah. So pretty much, I think my deep work is done for today. I have school work to do, so I'm not still done, but I want to get out of this desk because I don't want to be these people like on desk mode all the time. I'm really just in it for the lifestyle, the habits, and pretty much just living and becoming the man, not just sitting at my desk and doing nothing, right? Like I'm obsessed with skill building. I'm obsessed with like building my dream physique. I'm obsessed with like reading books and learning and just developing myself. So I'm getting on this desk. We're gonna go straight to the gym. I'm gonna go pray and then we're gonna get to the gym. Let's go. Boys, look what we got. Look at this, bro. This just came. The Amazon box just came. You might be wondering, what is this? This looks like a freaking bomb. It's not. It's a water bottle. And it's half a gallon. And you'll be amazed. I should have done an unboxing, but you'll be amazed how insane this water bottle is for $30 on Amazon. I'm not even sponsored, by the way. Who's gonna sponsor this channel? But I'm not really a big fan of sponsors anyways. But, bro, $30. I got an entire case, right? This is the case, by the way. There's like a I don't know what material this is, but it's a case. Inside of it, it's a metal insulated water insulation. All this beautiful, amazing things. It comes with 2 caps, Bro, not even. It comes with a freaking compass, bro. What water bottle comes with a compass? Comes with cleaning. Like it comes with cleaning materials. You can literally clean it. It comes with all of mental, mind-boggling. Alright, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna read. I know you can barely see me, but I'm gonna read, and I don't know how long I'll be reading for. Like I'm guessing around 20-30 minutes, inshallah. So yeah, let's go. The book I'm reading is called Seven Habits of Effective People. One of the best books I've ever read. I'm only on the first first habit, because there's 7 habits, right? I'm on the first habit and I'm already mind blown away. So anyways, before I start reading, I want to share something, which is the way I read now is I read on the iPad. And so for example, like I'm gonna open this book and you're gonna see, boom, right? What I do is I don't need to read like insane amount of pages. Rather, what I do is the amount of pages I end up reading, I just, after I'm done reading, I have my Apple, like not my Apple pencil. Bro, this pencil is like from some Amazon freaking Chinese one. But yeah, it does the job, bro. Chinese people are great. And pretty, pretty much, I read this one. I use this one to take notes on the iPad right after I'm done reading. So I do like a recap of what I learned. And specifically after that, I write down how can I apply this to myself right now. Life changing, bro. I've been applying everything in this book so much more. I've been seeing better results. I've been noticing the flaws within myself so much more. This morning I was talking about how I'm clumsy, I'm this, I complain a lot. And this book has been teaching me not to do the opposite of all of that. So amazing book, right? And I recommend, if you're gonna read a book, don't just read, bro. Read like 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. That might seem less, but you read it. You give a summary. You take notes if you need to, but specifically, don't take notes while you're reading. Read and then do a summary, and then write down like how can I apply what I did. How can I apply one thing to my day? Try that, and you'll see everything change. I'm telling you, bro. There's something about this book. It's like I just finished reading like, I don't know, not a lot of pages, maybe like 7, 8 pages, and I'm gonna go and journal about what I learned. But there's something about this book that just gets you, bro. Literally, when the moment I stopped um, recording, right, the last clip you saw, I stopped, I started reading, and literally the next page or something, I was introduced to the second habit. So this is called the 7 habits of effective people. He's gonna go through 7 habits, obviously. So I finished the first habit, amazing. Went to the second habit, and it just like pierced through my heart the moment I read it. You're gonna be like, what the frick is a 7? Like how does a habit pierce through your heart? It's not the habit in and of itself, but it's how he introduced the habit, bro. I was just like, what the frick? Wow, that freaking hit like a freaking train. Like the reality hit like insane, and you're gonna be like, what the heck did he learn? Pretty much, it was the way he introduced his habit was he made us do like a mental exercise, right? And the mental exercise was pretty much, imagine right now you went to a funeral and you went at the funeral, you saw your friends, family, whatever, you saw your loved ones, right? And you're walking, and then you go to the casket or whatever, like, you go to the where to keep the body with the casket, right? You look inside the casket and you just see yourself. So he literally made us imagine that. And when it comes to this to talk about death and dying and your life ending or whatever, however, whichever way you want to put it, I don't know. It just hits people. It really hits the reality. A lot of people get really uncomfortable. I certainly got uncomfortable when reading this as well, even though I'm a Muslim and everything, and we're not supposed to be scared about stuff like this, I guess, because it's reality. But a lot of people, I guess, we're the farthest away from reality. The place we live in, the country we live in, we're literally the farthest away from reality, right? Like back in the time of the caveman days or the older days, there would be battles, there would be war, there would be death. You would see it in front of you. For us, it's not as common. It's common, obviously, everyone dies, but I mean, like, you don't see it, right? Either way, this was it hit me like a freaking truck. Like this book just keeps getting more deeper and deeper and deeper, and I can never imagine like habits could go this deep. And this is why I never underestimate habits, right? Everything is a habit. Like you should be only focusing on habits within your day, right? Because habit is what you are. A habit is just a representation of you. A habit is personal. When something becomes a habit, it becomes what? Automatic. So don't look at habits as like some like productivity thing. Like look at it as an identity thing. Look at it as who does it make you? What does it make you? And pretty much what he was saying in a summary in this book is that when you see yourself like in the casket, whatever, he was asking questions like, how do you want others to talk about you? How do you want your family and your friends to speak about you? How do you want your parents or your wife or your whatever, how do you want others, your loved ones, to speak about your friends, your work colleagues, your business associates, your employees, your employers? How do you want people, your kids, if whatever, how do you want them to speak to you? Like how do you want them to speak? What do you want them to say? Like what do you want to be remembered for? Right? And he was asking these questions. And the entire idea is that the reason why, and it's the second habit, is called begin with the end in mind. This is such a good and good way to express this habit, which is, if you don't know where your end, right? If you don't begin with the end in mind, you're gonna live a life where it was all useless. And as Muslims, if you're a Muslim watching this, like, we know where our life's gonna end up. We know that we're gonna end up going to either hell or heaven, Jannah or Jahannam. There's gonna be the grave, and if you're good, if you're successful, the grave's gonna be a great place to be in. If you're not, the grave's gonna be a very scary place to be in, and very a lot of punishments, and all of this stuff, bro. And he was just saying, like, if you don't know the end in mind, if you don't begin with the end, you're gonna live however many years that God allows you to live, 60, 70 years, maybe 50, maybe 30, I don't know, maybe 80, 90, 100. And at the end of the day, like, at the end of our time, we're gonna look back and be like, I've completely focused on the wrong thing. Like, I know there's so many entrepreneurs that we see today, and they're rich as heck, right? They're rich, they're successful, good for them. I'm not saying being rich is bad, but I'm saying a lot of them just chase girls all day, chase hoes all day. All of them just drink, party every Saturday, drink, party, chase girls, you know, just casual sex, all this stuff, and they never think about where they're gonna end up. So when people start doing drugs, I see it every day. Where are they gonna end up? And what are they gonna say? Like, I wasted my youth, I wasted my time. At the age of 20, I should be working, I should be conquering, I should be trying my best to prime myself for the next life, for when I'm going to die. And yet, completely focus on the wrong things, and in the wrong we end up doing the wrong things for the wrong destination. It's like, imagine right now you set a GPS, you set a navigation, right? And you wanted to go to New York City. But instead of going to New York City, even though you put that as a destination, you took the road that leads to Chicago. Like, that's what many of us are doing. So he says, when you begin with the end in mind, all of a sudden you know what road to take. You know what really matters to you at the end of your life. You can think about it. At the end of your life, what's the only few things that will actually matter? For me, I can bluntly say this right now: the cars, the apartments, these goals that I may have, these don't matter a single bit. These have zero weight. Fame doesn't freaking matter, because I'm gonna die alone. People's opinions don't really matter, because I'm gonna be alone. All of these things don't freaking matter anymore. You know? And when you begin with the end in mind, you really know what really matters, like what is truly important to you. And for me, my number one thing is religion, right? It's Islam, it's religion, it's the truth. Like, for me, like, that's my purpose, and that's why I was created. And if I neglect that, then I've lived a unsuccessful life. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that will hold value for me from the day I die. So it's good we ask God to allow us to keep going, to allow us to stay grounded in reality, so that we can go and focus on the things that are correct, and focus on the things that will actually improve our lives and for those around us, and prep ourselves
for the hereafter. If you're agnostic, atheist, ask yourself these questions. Were we really just created to eat and sleep? Really? Do you not see so many signs? Do you not see things that are scientifically unexplainable? Just have an open heart. Like, I'm not like, again, I know some people are gonna be like, are you against atheists? Yes, I am against atheism. Because it fundamentally makes zero sense. It fundamentally has zero answers. Right? Like, I'm genuinely saying this right now. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I freaking love, like, I love my viewers. Like, whoever watches me. I guess no one watches me, but like, I want, like, you guys are my boys. Like, I want to say this from a friend perspective, you know, a brotherly perspective. Like, really ask yourself, if you're atheist, was I created just for this? How was I even created? You look at this freaking iPad. You look at this camera. This camera is so, has so much work put into it. There's like focus, like, like right now the camera is focusing on me. If I point to, that, like, the camera's gonna focus on the light more. If I point to my face again, the camera's gonna focus on my face, as you can clearly see. And our eyes do the same thing. You can do this exercise with your eyes right now. So right now, look at me on the screen, and at the same time, look at something else that's right beside the screen, but not the screen itself. So right now, I see my sofa on that side, right? The camera's here, right? Just right there, there's a sofa. When I look at the sofa, all of a sudden, this camera becomes blurry in my peripheral vision, right? Like, because I'm focusing on the sofa. Now, humans created this focus feature inspired by the eye, but who created the eye? This humans had to work for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just to come up with this feature of the focus for the camera, right? Like, this focus feature on the camera is so complex, and you're telling us that we were born with such a complex eye just by itself? Really? That's the best answer you can have? At least, like, you can't even say science, because science is not a living, like, science is like, what the frick is science? It's a theory. It's like, it's not, science can't create something. Like, it's nothing. It's just theology that you get from nature. But who created nature? You can say Mother Nature, but the frick? What does that mean? Who created the earth then? We know the earth was created. We know the universe had a beginning. So who created the universe? They ask yourself these questions, bro. Like, genuinely, don't be like, don't run away from reality. Don't run away from the truth. I'm not saying to convert like right now on the spot. Like, don't think of anything. Just think about yours. Like, ask questions, journal, because that's how, and that applies to everything in life, not just religion and your death and hereafter, and not just spirituality. That applies to the world we're living in today. That applies with the job system. That applies with where you're gonna end up. Ask yourself: is the life that I'm seeing? Most people, they go into the job system, they get a job, they work a 9 to 5 until they're 60 years old, and then they can retire, but then they're all gonna die. Like, is that really a life? The people around me, are they truly living a fulfilling? Are they living a good life? Ask yourself these questions, because your mind has a lot more than you realize. And research. At the end of the day, it's in your benefit to live a truthful life. It's in your benefit to live a righteous life. It's not in my benefit. It's not in someone else's benefit. It's in your benefit. Right? If most people are dying by focusing on the wrong things, which we just talked about, because they don't think about their death, they don't think about the end, you think about the end and think about what really matters to you. Like, at the end of the day, is a freaking girl gonna matter to you? No. Like, your wife, you can love your wife. At the end of the day, she's not gonna come with you. I'm not saying don't get a wife. I'm just saying, you know what I'm trying to say. So anyways, bro, I know we typically, even myself, like, I got really uncomfortable while reading this, but I realized, like, I must acknowledge this, and so I'm gonna journal about this a little bit. I guess this was a mini journal because I just spoke about it on camera, but yeah, I'm gonna go journal about this, and then I'll see you boys when I'm gonna cook some food, inshallah.